Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Quest for Glory 4, Shadows of Darkness. As a paladin, we have, of course, entered the Thieves Guild. We've got to eliminate this terrible menace from Mordavia. Clearly, right? Yeah? Maybe? But let's go ahead and use the safe knob on the safe.
Now that you replace the safe knob, the Filch safe looks ripe for the cracking. You know, kind of like a walnut. To open the safe, you will need to spell out the combination with alternating right and left turns.
That says Filch safe. I've got A, C, E, G, I, K, and some little marks in between. I wonder if these marks could mean something. Well, let's try it. What if we do that? And then that. And then that. And that. And so what I was doing is F, I, L, C, and H.
You quickly rifle the opened safe. Unfortunately, it looks as though legions of Thieves Guild initiates have been here before you, as all the money is gone.
Oh.
You do find 5 throwing daggers placed here for...
Nice.
Well, safekeeping. The only other usable thing in the safe is a single lockpick, half buried in dust in one corner. You grab the lockpick and the daggers.
Well, Jill's not going to get anywhere now. Let's take a look at the lockpick. Lockpick, it weighs 2 quarks. This is a basic beginner's lockpick, only usable on common locks. And how many daggers do we have now? We have 7 daggers. Each weighs 90 quarks. This is a flat-handled dagger, suitable both close-in fighting and throwing. Alright, well, we have a lockpick. Let's go see if we can pick this lock here. But there was something about traps, so let's search for traps.
You found a particularly diabolical poison gas trap. Fortunately, it's just like one of those described in the book on traps, so you are able to disarm it.
Sweet! Can we pick the lock?
That did it. The lock springs open with a satisfying snick.
Nice!
Inside the desk, you find a complete and hardly used Mark II Thieves Toolkit.
Score!
It has all the latest facilities for opening the toughest locks, cracking safes, and disarming mechanical traps. There is one lockpick missing from the set, so you add yours to it. You also find a fancy match set of 3 throwing daggers, which you add to your collection.
Huh, now I've got 10.
Finally, you find some sort of diary or logbook in the desk. The title of the book reads, Memoirs of a Master Manipulator. Modest, eh? You take it out and set it on the desk, but it's a little heavy to carry around with you.
Oh, that's too bad. I like carrying around books. Can we read the book?
You leaf through the Chief Thief's logbook.
An
interesting entry speaks of a proposed night raid on the castle.
Oh, I can't imagine that.
Guild members would use the secret passage to avoid notice. You wonder which secret passage that might be.
No, I don't. I know exactly which secret passage you're
talking about. A later entry in different handwriting indicates how far the guild had declined recently. It seems to be just a bunch of doodling and some nonsense words. It says, bad boys yell, good girls giggle, rich girls run.
BBY, GGG,
as a nighttime castle
RGR?
One of the final entries says, Fred and Frank caught out at night without hooks. Fred is dead and Frank sank. I'm the last. An ambitious thief will try to prosper by hook and by crook. The log closes with some incoherent ramblings about passing the deadly tentacled beast, then the horror, shadows of darkness enfold me.
We have a title!
In the dark one's chamber.
Yay!
Sounds as though the author was in a chemically modified state.
I'm sure it was okay. The first thing that we can do is we can look at these little safes here. Disarm trap.
You set up the Thieves' Toolkit and try to disarm any traps that may be on the safe.
We've got moving blocks of colors. Well, let's wait for one to come up right here. Alright, so what about See if we can wait for a red one to come up here. Alright, how about we wait for a red one to come up here? And of course, there it goes up in that corner again. Damn it. There we go. I think we gotta get, like 3 in a row of the same color. There we go.
You have successfully disarmed the safe.
Sweet. Let's crack safe.
Using the Mark II toolkit, you quickly manage to get the safe open. Inside you find 6 crowns, a throwing dagger, and a potion labeled Poison Cure. They seem a fitting reward for your efforts, so you take them.
Excellent. How about this one over here? Let's go ahead and disarm the trap.
You set up the thieves' tool.
Alright, red. There we go.
You have successfully disarmed the safe.
Alright, let's crack the safe.
You crack the safe using the Mark II toolkit. You take the healing potion, throwing dagger, and 5 crowns someone was foolish enough to leave inside.
I'm pretty pleased with that, and our honor has not gone down. Picklox has gone up slightly. I wonder what would happen if we went over here. Let's go ahead and take a quick save. We're going to have the opportunity to pick our nose in this game.
It wasn't really designed for this, but you find you can do a fine job of repairing your armor and equipment with the thieves' toolkit. Maybe you can become a tinker when you tire of thieving.
Huh. Wasn't quite what I planned, but that did not seem to have done anything. Well, there was something about a device here.
You depress the barrel tap, but nothing comes out. Instead, the barrel slides across the wall to reveal some sort of mechanism. This is a door unlocking mechanism. To operate it, push each of the tiles until all 9 tiles have been set to the correct pattern to open the door.
Huh. So, unlike the other one where it was randomly moving around, you had to get 3 in a row, we've got to set up a specific pattern. What could this be? Could it be bad boys yell? Good girls giggle, and rich girls run. Oh god, a monster!
So, you found my secret passage.
Peter, what happened to you?
Excuse me, I'm not quite myself anymore.
You don't say.
Oh, don't worry, I won't hurt you. It is good to talk to someone again. It has been so very long since anyone has been here.
I completely forgot that this guy was based off of Peter Lorre.
To Mordavia.
Lorre? I don't know. I don't know how to
Chief
pronounce his
here.
name.
I'm also the only thief here other than you, but that is beside the point.
I'm not a thief, I'm a paladin! Hi!
Pleased to meet you. It's so good to have someone of my own kind to talk to again.
Sure. Provide your resume.
Interesting. You have had a good deal of experience. If you study up on trap disarming and thief signs, you will have almost every skill you need to become a master thief. Perhaps even a chief thief like myself.
Maybe. Let's go ahead and talk to him, see what's going on. Tell me about the castle.
There is a little-known secret way into the castle that I will someday reveal to you when I think you are ready.
I'm pretty sure I have that already. Tell me about the Thieves Guild.
This was once a thriving training ground for new thieves. They would come from miles around to learn the trade here. If only we were not completely cut off from the rest of the world, this would be the greatest thieves guild in the whole world.
Somehow, I don't think that would be the case with you looking the way that you currently look. We're gonna have to talk about that, although I'm not sure if you'll say anything about it right now.
After I became such as I am, many of the members left. One thief said that I was no longer fit to be chief. After I showed him how fast I could throw daggers with these feet, he didn't say much.
You don't say.
Never said anything again, as a matter of fact. The
Yeah,
ones that
you're just
left
a little
said
creepy.
they felt uncomfortable around me. Fools! Do they think this is some sort of brotherhood of man? This is a brotherhood of thieves. They should be uncomfortable around me.
Yeah, I think they're
Soon it
uncomfortable
was
for
just
different
me
reasons
and
than
two
that,
others.
though.
They decided to explore the castle after the new owner moved in and never returned. So now, there's only me and you.
Secret passageway?
You mean this passage behind me? It leads out of town under the bridge near the gate. You can use it to get out of town, but you cannot get back in. The door can't be opened from the outside.
Interesting. Disarming traps?
You have to be very careful with traps. Always check for them first. Take your time disarming them. One mistake can be your last.
I just sucked up the blasts. Thief jobs?
We are not exactly set up right now to fence stolen items.
Oh.
There are several places around the town where you might be able to find a bit of loose cash, though. I will tell you what. You go out and steal something from someone in town and come back and tell me about it. If it sounds like you know your basic thief skills, I will let you know where the really good places are.
You know, I've killed wraiths before. That's not good enough for you? Tell me your
My
name.
name? Oh, you can call me Chief. No point in being informal here just because no one else is around.
Sure there is. Tell me about the town.
This was once a very prosperous town before the swamp cut off the only passages in or out of here.
I kind of gotta wonder how it could be all that prosperous when it's not like along a route, trade route of some sort. Tell me about the monastery.
It's a very dangerous place. Do not even think of trying to break into it through the door. The last thief who tried that did not even get the door open. We found his toolkit lying beside the door, but we never found him.
Yeah, I kind of burned down the monastery.
You will need to be careful around him. He takes his job most seriously. I once offered him a bribe, just as an offer of goodwill, and the man practically bit my head off. Phew, what a sore head.
Oh no! He actually has honor! Tell me about Dr.
Strange
Cranium.
man, a very strange man. No thief ever managed to break into his house unnoticed or steal anything from there.
Well, you know, he gives away potions for free.
If you ever plan to stay at the inn or even just eat there, I would not recommend stealing from that place. The people there are suspicious of strangers anyway and would know who to blame.
That's fair. Old man Nikolai?
Do you mean Nikolai? Yes, his would be an easy house from which to gain money. Be wary, though. The Burgomeister's bedroom is beside the house, and Dmitri watches out and listens for the old man.
In other words, you have to sneak.
That shop is very securely locked up at night. The only way to get into it would be to very literally break in the window, and that would attract unwanted attention. Do not try it unless you want to get caught.
Alright, tell me about your monstrous shape.
Do you like it? I'm afraid
Not really.
it is not very becoming. And to think I once despised cockroaches.
What's the cause of the
I
condition?
made a terrible mistake and broke into the monastery one night. It had been abandoned for years, and I thought maybe something had been left behind there. I discovered a secret passage to the basement. That place gave me the creeps. I felt like something was watching me all the time.
Yeah, it kind of was.
When I got to the basement, I discovered a small statue I could easily take. When I tried to pick it up, I felt very, very dizzy. When I awoke from my faint, I looked like this. You can imagine my horror.
No, actually, I can't imagine it. How can I help?
It would be too dangerous for you to help me. If I, a master thief and chief of a major guild, dare not go back to the monastery, you would be wise not to even think of such a thing.
Yeah, I kind of burned it down. Is it fun to be a monster?
Do you think it's fun to have 6 legs and no matching socks?
Yes?
Do you think I enjoy running around frantically and stopping suddenly for no apparent reason?
Yes?
Do you think it's fun to look in the mirror and wish you had a giant fly swatter so you could commit suicide? Is that your idea of fun?
Absolutely!
You idiot! You... Forgive me, I'm just not myself lately.
Yeah, you don't say. Okay, well, I'm sorry to break it to you, but...
Must you go so soon? We
You're
were just getting to know one another.
kinda stuck that way. Yeah, I should have looked this up before I burned down the monastery, but what you need to do is, you need to use this, paper bag on the statue that I think we died from in one of the earlier episodes, and bring it back to him. But I cannot do that, so that's basically it here. So it's fun. This is all relevant to the thief's. You know, if you're playing as a thief, this is you know, you'd be doing all these things here for him. What was I gonna? Actually, you know what? I wonder if I could offer him those jewels, because I don't know if there's anything you can do with them other than selling them. I thought they were like pawnable, but he did say that you really couldn't pawn things.
That didn't do anything.
Apparently not.
Don't close the doors. That didn't...
I was trying to climb out of here, game. Thank you. Alright, well, so yeah, that's the chief thief. You can, I believe, rob Nikolai and maybe the Burgomeister? I can't remember. I think there's 2 places that you can rob.
Back again so soon. What have you heard lately?
I'm not sure, actually. Let's go ahead and greet.
So...
That didn't do it.
Nope, can't sell it. Alright, well, that's kind of what I wanted to check. You don't say anything interesting, I don't think. Goodbye.
You take... Yeah, good night and don't...
Alright, well, that's, I think that's pretty much everything else that we can do. There is actually, well, I believe that if you went out through the secret passage, you'd come out here. On the wizard's side, there are some fairies that you can talk to, but apparently you have to be a wizard. I mean, like, I was able to get into all of those things simply because I have the stats to do them. I believe you need, you really only need climbing, but once you're in there, I think you need picklocks and stealth. Maybe you need those as well to trigger those things, but unfortunately, to meet the fairies, I think you need to be a wizard. Because I can't recall ever meeting them. Anyway, I am going to cast some spells. It should still be fairly early in the... No, it's midday. Well, that took a while. I'm going to just go ahead and cast a bunch of spells, wait for nighttime, and then go meet Katrina. So I will be back momentarily. Alright, I did a bit of spell casting. I don't think I'm going to need to cast any spells coming up. But this is basically the last point where you could do other things. Once we do this, we're kind of going to be fixed on everything that's going on.
Suddenly you have a terrible feeling of peril.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
You recognize Avis, the evil wizard whom you thought you had killed in Rasir. Somehow, he has returned to life.
Oh, poop.
Thinking back, you recall how Avis once brought you under his control. You realize that you must avoid looking into his eyes at all costs.
How nice of you to come. I'm afraid I accidentally signed the wrong name to your note. It's been ages since we last met. Come here and let me look at you.
Nope, don't think so. Well, so, say hello!
You smile and say hello to Avis.
I hate cheerful people. I eliminated them in Rasir, and I shall do the same here.
I don't think so. I'm just very chipper. How are you
You
alive?
ask Avis how it is that he is still alive after hurtling to a fiery doom in Rasir.
Alive? You think I'm alive?
Kinda, yeah. You're
Simple-minded
standing right here
fool.
talking to me.
I am greater now than I ever was in life, as you shall have a very short time to learn before your own death.
You're insinuating that you're dead, huh?
You ask Avis what he intends to do.
I do not intend. I succeed. In this case, I shall accomplish your lingering and painful death by torture.
Let's not say we did,
You
huh?
have no power against one such as I. Let's play a little game of fox and hound, shall we?
No? Run away! Oh! Wow, they knocked me down pretty quick. Well,
You
crap.
fool! Did you really believe you could get away from me?
Yes?
I have you now, and you will pay for my death. It is you that caused me to become a vampire. If you had not killed me, I would never be forced to serve the Dark Master again.
Well, look, if you
Probably
hadn't been a
blame me for all
dick...
the problems around here, don't you? You understand nothing. The Dark Master is the cause of all the woe that is here. The Dark Master brought you here against my better judgment. The Dark Master made me what I am now, a Nosferatu, and seeks to do the same to you.
I'm a paladin. I don't think it would work.
shall
I don't think it
spare
would
you
work.
that fate. I will mercifully end your miserable existence.
After
Then
painful torture,
the Dark
right?
Master and I will call forth eternal darkness, and we will no longer be limited to travel at night. Together, my master and I will create an army of undead, and we will conquer the world. Pity you won't be there to witness this.
Gotta stop a
Cannot
zombie
stop us
apocalypse.
now.
I
You'll
think I
never
can.
find your way out of this dungeon, and only a stake through the heart or more magic than you will ever have can stop us.
Got a lot of magic.
You will die, knowing that you were destroyed by the Dark Master. Ah, the sun now rises, and I must go to my rest. You too shall rest. I will not allow you the chance to escape your fate, or to use that stake and hammer I torment you with here. Weapons of my destruction so close at hand, and yet so far. Sleep now, great hero. Tomorrow, you die.
Don't think so, buddy. You should know by now that that's a bad thing to...
You find yourself falling asleep.
Oh, poop. You should know that you, as a
Wake up
villain,
from
you
what
should
you
not
thought
be
was a
leaving me
nightmare,
stuff
only to discover that it's only too real.
that I could use against you.
You sense the vague impressions of ancient pain and horror in this place. There's also the sense of something dark and very much alive near you, hungering for you.
Well, that's a little disturbing. Let's look around a bit.
It's a huge saw, ideal for sectioning trees or prisoners.
Oh, well, that's a lovely thought.
These are the ties that bind, the chains of the past. Well, actually, they're more like the chains that bind would-be heroes.
Oh, I'm no would-be hero. I am a hero.
The Borgovs were notoriously sloppy housekeepers.
Apparently so.
It's definitely a skeleton, make no bones about it.
Ugh.
It's a grazing mace. You're feeling a little too emaciated to handle that mace at the moment. It's not clear whether the cages are designed to hold prisoners or hungry monsters. Maybe both are put in at the same time.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
It's an Iron Maiden, a popular torture and murder device.
That wasn't
The
actually ever
inside
used.
bristles with sharp iron spikes. Unlike most things here, it is shiny and has no rust forming upon it.
Oh, it's nice that they take care of it.
The executioner's axe is neatly stored in the chopping block, waiting to get ahead.
Oh, it'll never get to the head of the class. Let's go ahead and see if we can break
With
our
some effort, you
chains.
break the rusty
Yeah.
chains. You pick up the heavy hammer and store it in your pack.
Nice. Wow, he left all of our stuff. This is a little too easy. Iron hammer weighs 5 quarks. The heavy iron hammer gives you a stake in the future. Let's go ahead and pick up the stake. I love steak. You take the wooden stake and stake its claim in your pack. Stake. It weighs 5 quarks. This is your basic wooden stake, suitable for erecting tents and slaying vampires. You don't have a tent. I came here to put up tents and slay vampires, and I'm all out of tents. This, John, you're not gonna, are you taking a break? Are you not gonna read anymore for me? The heavily barred and reinforced door leads out to one of the castle stairways. I wonder if I know which stairway this is. You hear the sound of voices on the other side of the door. It's barred on the other side, but you can see and hear the 2 guards through a peephole in the door. What's going on in there? The master didn't say nothing about guarding no prisoner. Hey, it's the Atabeast guy orders. So what? It gives us something to do. I don't like it. I think the Atabeast guy is trying to pull a fast one on the master. She's not gonna like this. You wants to go down there and tell her? Something, and then shut up. What I don't get is why the Atabeast guy brings the stake down there. Why give a weapon to the enemy, even if you got some chained up? Who knows? Maybe Ada's going to put a stake through the prisoner's heart. You know, there is the secret passage to the master's room from the dungeon. Yeah, so what? I don't know, but I sure think there's going to be some trouble. Secret passage, eh? I wonder if we can get some more information out of these guys. You hear only heavy breathing out there now. Oh. Alright, well, I think we'll go ahead and call it an episode, and in the next one we will look for that secret passage. See you then, everyone.